Good morning, just after 6, Robert and Erin, 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. Miss Erin back, sounding a little plugged up, but local news is next.
An apartment fire displaces 19 people. We'll take a look at that. Drive-by shooting leaves 3 young people and an adult wounded. We'll have that too. And have you seen the amazing tornado video from Spring Hill? It's online at KEELnews.com.
So basically, we talked about Will Wade, the LSU basketball coach, on Friday, and we said, do we think he'll make it till the rest of the season? He didn't make it to the end of the day.
Nope.
Erin has some streetlights news, Fletcher and sports, traffic, and weather. It's all coming up this hour. It's right here on KEEL.
Morning Report now on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
An apartment fire displaces 19 people. Matt Parker has that.
More than 50 firefighters spent Sunday night battling a blaze at the Cornerstone Apartments in Shreveport. The 2-alarm fire started at the complex around 8:30. According to officials, the fire damaged at least 8 apartments. 19 residents were displaced due to the blaze, but luckily no one was injured in the incident. From 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
4 people wounded Sunday in a possible drive-by shooting. According to police, the shooting happened on San Jacinto in the Queensboro neighborhood just after 2 p.m. 3 teens and an adult suffered non-life-threatening wounds in the incident. At this time, police still searching for the shooter. The National Weather Service confirms that an EF1 tornado touched down in the Spring Hill area over the weekend. A line of storms Saturday led to the twister. According to reports, many homes were damaged in the Spring Hill area due to the tornado. Luckily, no serious injuries were reported. The Shreveport Council expected to vote on a $7 a month trash fee tomorrow. The $7 fee, significantly less than the mayor's originally proposed $18 fee, was introduced by Councilman James Green. Many on the council feel the extra funds are needed, however, want to see how the money will be spent before voting yes. LSU head basketball coach Will Wade suspended in the wake of reports of an FBI wiretap involving his activities in a college basketball corruption scandal. But legal analyst Tim Mesh says Wade may see ramifications from the feds if things get much worse for the coach, but there are questions that need to be answered.
The government is going to have to argue somebody is the victim. Is it Mr. Smart? Is it the LSU program? Are they victims or did they benefit as a result of this activity?
Mesh doesn't foresee LSU being on the receiving end of legal ramifications from the feds in this situation. Shreveport police investigating the discovery of a body Sunday morning. According to reports, a man's body was found in the parking lot of an abandoned business at the corner of Knight Street and Shreveport-Barksdale Highway. At this time, foul play is not suspected, and police believe the man died of natural causes. You're shelling out 6 more pennies at the pump. Researcher Trilby Lundberg tells us which states have the highest and the lowest gas prices.
The lowest average in our sample of cities is St. Louis, Missouri with $2.13 for regular, and the high is San Francisco with $3.39. In between, here's a few: Houston, $2.17, Atlanta, $2.48, Chicago has an average $2.76, and Seattle, $3.08.
Here locally, we're paying in the range of $2.15 per gallon. The world mourns the loss of 157 people killed in the crash of an Ethiopian Airlines plane. The airline has grounded all of its Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft as a safety precaution. Looks like J-Lo is becoming J-Rod. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez posted the same Instagram photo announcing their engagement. The photo shows their hands with a massive emerald-cut diamond on hers. Lopez just put hearts with her photo, while Rodriguez titled his, She Said Yes. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
.101.7 FM, 710 KEEL, 9 past 6 o'clock. First traffic of the week. No burden here. Here's Ruben.
Looks like I-20 eastbound's got it clear all the way to Monroe right now, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on 3132 eastbound near I-49. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
.101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. Always KEEL app, free download, Office Furniture Source. Remind me if we have time sometime between 7 and 7:30. Because I told the story on Friday in the first segment. I've been doing sort of an informal survey.
Okay.
About how people listen to the radio station.
All right.
About how people listen to you and me, and some fascinating, am I right, Parky? Some fascinating results.
It is.
We are going to do a really cool giveaway next week. Some Foreigner tickets.
Yeah.
But you have to have the app downloaded.
Feel like... Now, I'm trying to think of a Foreigner song, and there's too many. Give me a Foreigner song.
No, don't put me on the spot.
I want to know what love is.
Hot-blooded.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only one I know.
There you go.
I can tell you kind of a... No, I shouldn't. Okay, so
Yeah, you should.
the lead... No, I'll talk to the program manager off the air. See, here's the deal. For a while, about 2.5 or 3 years, I worked in Rochester, New York. Well, Lou Graham. Hey, Louis Grammatical.
Oh, yeah.
From Rochester, New York, is lead singer for Foreigner.
Right.
And we used to hang out some of the same places. Now, understand this is going back to the early 1980s. It's a long time ago.
Right.
But he and Chuck Mangione, the trumpet player, they used to hang out and party together in some of the same places, and they were, I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
But let me tell it to you this way.
All right.
They partied a lot harder than I did.
Yeah, I bet they did.
So I'll tell you off the air, and you can tell me
Okay,
whether or
yeah.
not. So Foreigner tickets.
Yes. It's going to be coming up next week, but you download the app. That's all I can tell you now. Turn on the notifications.
So what you're saying is these are people you want to be around if you're looking for a good time.
Or you want to attract the notice of never mind. Never mind.
Come on, I'm trying to pull it out of them.
Said, clear and present danger was on last night. Just as an abstract reference. So Friday morning in the 8 o'clock hour, we had Roy Lang from the Times on.
Roy Yang!
And talking about Will Wade from LSU. And he texted me over the weekend and said, basically the thrust, the crux of our conversation was, do you think Will Wade's going to make it through the rest of the season? Do you think he'll be the LSU coach at the beginning of the 2020 season? Poor SOB didn't make it till the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
I was stunned.
Toast.
I was really... What do you think of all that?
Well, I haven't paid as close attention as I should have because I knew there was going to be some action. I was like, well, we're getting...
Do you know
I just wanted to win the SEC, which we did.
Do you know the basics of
I know
situation?
the basics of the phone conversation, and now it's like he's offered him money to this recruit, etc.
Mom's driving too hard a deal. Let's get this damn thing done.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, the interesting thing is, and somebody said to me over the weekend, if you're a college this was interesting, and I think says a lot about the state of college basketball and its level of honesty. And his quote was, and I thought, that's stupid. Then I thought about it, and I thought, that's pretty smart. He said, basically, if you're a college basketball coach, and if you're talking to anyone at any level about any recruit, you should assume you're being wiretapped.
Oh, absolutely. And, I was listening to a bunch of those talking bobbleheads and this weekend, and they were saying every coach does this.
I got news
The
for
question is, why the focus on Wade? Why is he the one they're going after?
It's not Wade. Wade is collateral damage.
You think?
What's the guy's name? Christian
Dawkins.
Christian Dawkins. That's the guy they were wiretapping. They weren't wiretapping.
Right.
Him and the Adidas folks, yeah.
It goes back to that assistant coach scandal a while back and a couple of Adidas guys. It's basically Christian Dawkins, this middleman. He's a player pimp. Mm-hmm. And he was described over the weekend in many articles as a, quote, would-be agent. Well, what that means is that he literally is acting as an illegal agent for high school players and their families and coaches.
Right.
In other words, what will you give us to come there? But I got news for you. Mike Krzyzewski at Duke, Roy Williams at North Carolina, Bill Self at Kansas, they don't cheat. They don't have to. All the rest of the guys, probably.
Or they have guys on their staff who do it.
Well, see, that was the whole assistant coach scandal.
Right.
But they still know about it. That's why Rick Pitino's out of a job and probably will never work again.
Right.
But as an LSU fan, does it bother you? Or do you just assume, well, that's just how they do business in college athletics?
And
does the morality or
I don't think Dale Brown would have ever been caught doing this.
well, wait a second. Doing it and get caught doing it are two different things.
Right. And
let me ask you. Now, that's an interesting point. So let's take, what is it, TBS, whatever it is, that NBA panel that they have on the NBA games. If you could pump sodium pentothal, truth serum, into Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith, the three former NBA and big-time college players that sit on that panel as analysts, if you could drug, sedate, infuse with whatever drug it takes, Shaq and Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith, what do you think they'd say about their high school recruiting process?
Well, I know Shaq's. I know Shaq's goes to Germany when he was 13.
No.
He was connected to Dale. That connection was early, and he was set.
Do you think that Shaquille O'Neal or his dad or his mom ever got a phone call?
Oh, I'm sure.
That said, how many cars would you like?
Oh, I'm sure.
How many women would you like?
I'm sure they
How much money would you? Okay, so that means at virtually every level, other than the upper tier. Like I said, Mike Krzyzewski doesn't have to cheat. Roy Williams probably doesn't have to cheat. Bill Self at Kansas probably doesn't, although they didn't have a good year. So my question to you is, LSU fan, does it bother you? Does it bother you
that they all cheat?
Not all.
99%?
You know who cheats? Anybody who wants to make the tournament. Any coach who wants to keep his job, except for the elite few, probably have to cheat.
You know, I go back to your old argument. Pay the players. College players. You know, their jerseys are selling. The university's making millions off of their backs. You know, but they're getting an education. Well, in basketball, they're not even getting that. They're getting one and done.
One and done.
If they're good.
And going back to my original point, what I said was, it's like politics and campaign money. There's not too many rules, or there's not too few rules. There's too many. And so if you had if you just did away with all the rules and let boosters, here's my idea: let anybody not associated with the university pay anybody anything they want.
Right.
If an LSU booster who's not officially attached to the school wants to give Javonte Smart $100,000, then he can, because it's still going to be the best players are still going to end up at the best schools. Believe me, not much is going to change if Duke has to pay players or chooses to.
Right.
Or if Kansas or North Carolina or any of the elite basketball schools, if they chose to pay players or didn't, it's still, the pecking order is still going to work out to be about the same.
You bet. And by the way, you know, we haven't told this story in a while. You're talking to the first female reporter ever allowed in the LSU basketball locker.
Why is it that any time...
And yes, I saw some things I'd never seen before.
Why is it? That's because you were a slow developer.
Yes, I was.
Why is it that every time there's anything...
It's a cool story.
It's not a cool story.
It is a cool story.
No.
If it had happened to you, you would have told it 1,800 times by now, and it would have taken you twice as long as it takes me.
I've been in locker rooms with naked men since I was...
How about naked women?
No.
See, I've been in.
But that's not... See, you don't tell your LSU locker room story. Your LSU basketball locker room story as...
First female reporter allowed in there, baby.
That's not how you talk.
Yeah.
You don't tell the story like, I was a groundbreaking journalist. You were in, like, look at all these naked big men.
No, there was only one.
That's for dispute.
Yeah.
101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Traffic update now. Local sports just ahead. Fletch will have that. Here's Ruben.
Looks like I-20 eastbound's got to clear all the way to Monroe right now, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on 3132 eastbound near I-49. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
Think Fletcher will lead with naked men in a locker room? 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Here's Tim.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. 10th-ranked Arkansas took the rubber game of the weekend series against Louisiana Tech. The Hogs scored 4 runs in the second inning and 6 runs in the 8th in the 11-0 shutout. Arkansas starter Cody Scroggins fanned 11 and 6 innings of work. Tech batters struck out 16 times and collected just 3 hits in the game. A bright spot for the Bulldogs, Bird alum Jonathan Fincher pitched the final inning in 2/3 and struck out 3, giving up just 1 hit. Northwestern State dropped Game 3 of their opening series in Southland Conference play 6-2 at Abilene Christian. The Wildcats plated 3 runs in the first and 8th innings to take the series 2-1. Caleb Ricka homered in the second straight game for NSU. Shreveport's Sam Burns shot a final round 72 and finished tied for 54th in the Arnold Palmer Invitational. The Calvary alum picked up a little over $21,000 for his 54th place finish. Francesco Molinari shot an 8-under par 64 to zoom to the top of the leaderboard and collected a little over $1.6 million for the win. And Shreveport's David Toms finished tied for 15th at the Hogue Classic on the Champions Tour, collecting a little over $25,000 for his work weekend. Kirk Triplett won the event in a playoff over Woody Austin. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
.101.7 FM and 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. So
I got to wind a little bit today. If you don't mind.
do you want to do it now? Do you want to do it at 6:40?
No, it's not. It's not a lengthy wine session.
Really?
It's good news on one front. City's working hard on fixing the lights on the streets. Cross Lake Bridge is all fixed. They're going to be working on I-20 over the next week or two.
So all the lights on the Cross Lake Bridge, they were on 220.
Woohoo!
Are bright and shiny.
Yeah,
and
you came over today. They're 99% on, right?
Yeah, there's one off here, one off there, but
Okay.
they're in weird locations. They're not the straight up and down ones.
So you can actually see the roadway.
Too much. It's like driving during the daylight. I don't
That's
like
good.
it.
I like it.
You ruined my ride to work.
chasing vampires from the 220 bridge.
But I say that to say this. I've got another wine session today.
Oh, God.
Is this one that's going to be important, or is this one where
No, it's minor. It's just one of those burrs in my butt that bothers me a little, you know.
very alliterative too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my weekend went to the dogs this weekend. I went to the dog park.
It's interesting. Remind me.
I do apologize to PetSmart. I've really raised my left hand. I'm sorry.
What happened?
He had a couple of little accidents, and he's learning.
I would wager.
There's nothing
that-
little about those accidents.
No, Your
no,
dog weighs
you're
how
right.
much?
He's 180, 350 pounds. I don't know.
So
I'm not
basically, you're taking a triceratops
sure. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
into PetSmart.
Yeah.
What on earth were you thinking?
Well, I thought, this would be a good time. He had a good day at the dog park, and let's socialize him a little more. And nah, he's not ready for PetSmart.
When
He's not PS ready.
well, then he has a lot in common with his mommy.
Yeah, you're right
Wow.
about that. But at the dog park Friday, we go out there, take him. My son goes with me because he's my son's dog, and he's my grandpuppy.
So basically, what you're telling me is the dog park is open.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. But, there's lots of muddy holes, and they run around, they get dirty, and etc. And we go to spray him off before he gets in my car, and the water's all off. The wash area where you wash off your dogs, there's no water. The water's dead. So I start texting a few people I know, and I'm told that they turned the water off the night we froze last week, that it dipped below freezing. They go out and turn the water off so it doesn't freeze. Well, Friday it was 70 degrees, 75 degrees. I'm thinking, do they not have a crew that can come back out after we go above freezing and turn the water back on? And I haven't gotten an answer to that yet. So we have to take this 800-pound mudworm and get him in my car. And I'm not the only one griping, because when we went over there to wash him off, everybody came over and goes, I can't believe they've left this off all week. This water's been off all week. I can't believe nobody came out. I mean, people were griping. They were griping. I just don't understand. And you know what my son said? And this
Get
breaks
a bucket?
No, this breaks my heart.
Go ahead.
It breaks my heart when I hear a 25-year-old man say this, who loves this city but probably is going to wind up moving. He said, and this is why we can't have nice things in this town, because we don't take care of them.
What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean we?
That's what he said. He said this is why we can't
The point
enjoy
I'm making
nice
is,
things.
though, it's not
because it's not a priority to the people who matter, who are in charge, to make sure things are right. And 95% of the people at that dog park, and it was packed Friday afternoon, 95% of them are Matt's age and younger. I mean, these are young married couples bringing their pup out there to have a good afternoon. I was the oldest one in there, no doubt about it. They're all young people. I've met several military people. They're used to having nice dog parks where they're from.
Is the point you're making is that the fact that the water wasn't on, they couldn't wash their dogs down, wash their dogs off, demudify before they get them back in the car. Do you think that that's going to cause people to go, I'm not going back there?
Well, I'm not going back with my dog until the water's back on. Because you have to get a towel. You have to get a towel out of your car. You have to try to wipe the mud off. You have to make sure all your seats, everything is covered in your car.
When I said
it's a hassle.
When I said, is the dog park open? And you said, yeah, in a very defensive way. Yeah. What you're saying is the dog park was open. It's just not fully functional.
Right. And one young lady who's an Air Force person, she lives in those apartments across the street. But she says it's about a mile walk, when I walk. She said last week when I came and he got really muddy, I couldn't put him in the car. So I had to walk him home, clean him up at home, put him in the house, walk back and get my car. I said, you literally walked home and then walked back for your car.
Have
she
you
said,
gotten an answer as of yet?
Nobody from City Hall has said yet. I'm hoping I'll get an answer this morning that they've turned it back on before my whine, but I'm not sure. It's just like, follow up. If you're the person who went out and turned that water off, wave a flag. Hey, guys, I turned the water off when it was freezing. Somebody needs to go back and turn it back on.
Because nobody likes to be told what they missed more than someone in charge.
It's just frustrating.
By the people beneath them.
This is why we can't enjoy nice things, my kids
101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Traffic update now. Here's Ruben.
Looks like I-20 eastbound's got it clear all the way to Monroe right now, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on 3132 eastbound near I-49. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
Bibbidi bobbidi. Lots of activity in the Shreve Island neighborhood last night. More than 50 firefighters battled a blaze at the Cornerstone Apartments on Southfield, right next to Albertsons. The two-alarm fire started at the complex around 8:30. The fire damaged at least 8 apartments. 19 residents were displaced. Luckily, though, no one was hurt. A weekend tornado is confirmed. Matt Parker has that.
The National Weather Service has confirmed that an EF1 tornado touched down in Spring Hill over the weekend. A line of strong storms Saturday led to the twister. According to reports, many homes were damaged in the Spring Hill area due to the tornado, but luckily, no serious injuries are being reported. From 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
Big vote could happen tomorrow on the garbage fee. A $7 monthly fee has been proposed by Councilman James Green. It's significantly less than what the mayor wanted, $18 a month. Many on the council feel the extra funds are needed. However, they want to see how the money will be spent before voting. Flu season may see the worst to come as Louisiana has a second round of flu on the way. Infectious disease specialist Dr. Fred Lopez says though the Bayou State handled the H1N1 strand very well this year, another flu variation is rearing its ugly head again.
Now we're starting to see the emergence of H3N2, which is the same strain that was the predominant strain last year. So we'll just have to be cautious about what happens here on out.
Lopez says Louisiana is already facing the brunt of this flu season without the help from any tourists who came to the Bayou State for Mardi Gras. 4 people wounded Sunday in a possible drive-by shooting. According to police, the shooting happened on San Jacinto Avenue just after 2 p.m. 3 teens and an adult suffered non-life-threatening wounds in that Queensboro incident. At this time, police still searching for the shooter. Police also investigating the discovery of a body Sunday morning, a man's body found in the parking lot of an abandoned business at the corner of Knight Street and Shreveport-Barksdale Highway. At this time, foul play is not suspected, and police believe the man died of natural causes. Consumers shelling out 6 more pennies at the pump. Jilby Lundberg tells us how much more we should expect to pay for gas.
Now, we may not see it if crude oil prices drop, but if crude oil prices don't drop, we will see a few more pennies at the pump, I think.
We're paying about $2.15 on average in our community. Budget documents like the one President Trump is releasing today, often seen as just a starting point of negotiations. The president's 2020 proposal boosts defense spending and will cut $2.7 trillion from other parts of the budget. And big money up for grabs Wednesday night. No Powerball winner over the weekend, so the prize climbs to $448 million. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty, 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. Tell me about the tornadoes Saturday.
Hoo-wee.
Because I was at the barbershop. I was at Marty's barbershop at about 10:30 to about noon, maybe, hanging out, getting what remains of my haircut. Mm-hmm. And it was bizarre because the sun would be out.
Right.
Then it would be like middle of the night, thunderstorm, dark, and rain, torrential rain and wind for like 2 minutes. Then the sun would come back out. It was just strange, and I assume that well, what happened up Spring Hill way?
The Spring Hill area, there was a tornado that touched down there. It did some damage to, I wouldn't say the heart of town, but kind of in the middle of the town. And a gentleman got video of it, and you can see a roof just flying off. You can see that video at keelnews.com if you haven't. Also, there was a touchdown in Caddo in the town of Myra. There was some damage in the plain dealing area.
Is this the video where the guy is like outside the store?
Oh, yeah.
And the tornado's across the street before it dawns on them, maybe they should get out of the way.
Yeah, maybe we should go inside.
Yeah. He's we better
Smart guy.
Better get inside.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
Because that's
and
never
that was
a good thing.
tiny one if you look at it.
Yeah.
It doesn't, you can barely, honestly, what's it called, an E1?
It was called an EF1, yeah.
And you can barely see. Basically, you don't see the fun. It's not like in the Twister movie.
Right.
Right. It's more made up of debris and stuff. Mm-hmm. But man, just to show you how powerful even the smallest tornadoes are, stuff is a-flying, and then it hits the power lines.
Right, and you see sparks and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lots of trees down. They're still doing cleanup. They'll be doing cleanup all week.
Injuries and stuff? Anybody hurt?
Nobody's hurt that we have heard of, which is a good thing. But, just a frightening day. Could have been a lot worse. A lot worse.
3 total across the area.
I'm not sure if they've confirmed that number. They've officially confirmed Spring Hill. I don't think they've confirmed anything else. We can call our friends at the Weather Service and see.
That video on our website, by the way?
Yeah, it's at keelnews.com, and it is amazing.
101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Monday morning traffic. Ruben's here.
Starting things off looking pretty clear for your early morning drive to work or school, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on Uri Drive near East Kings Highway. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
So I'm not trying to give anybody ideas. And I certainly would never assume or presume, rather, to tell anybody in city government how to do their job.
Okay.
101.7 FM, 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. The Shreveport Security Systems text line is 318-392-1884. I would certainly never presume to tell anybody in city government how to do their job.
Right.
Unlike you. So, well, here's the point. And like I said, I'm not trying to give anybody any ideas. But what if, and I think Matt might go along with me, and I don't know who's listening this morning, if it's Grayson Butcher is listening or John Nicholson or Levette. Well, here's the point. What if they all got together, all 7, from Jerry Bowman to Levette Fuller to James Green, the whole bunch of them, and they sort of decided on a city council resolution because I think it would pass 7-0. And once again, I'm not trying to give anybody any ideas on the city council.
Yeah.
But what if they all sort of got together and made a resolution, a sort of a gentleman and ladies agreement among themselves?
Right.
Not to come on Keel Radio any longer until you learn not to text after 7 in the morning.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Oh,
they wouldn't do that.
If I were them, I would.
No, they wouldn't
They
do that.
all got together. And
Said
they
if
said,
she texts us before 7, we're not
it's,
coming on. Yeah.
we stand together, united.
We'll send a group text.
United against Keel. Well, let me tell you, if they decide to do that, I got to tell you, I get it. I understand.
Oh, come
You're
on.
texting them at 6:20 in the morning, and then when they don't get back to you by 6:23, you're going, wonder what I did to piss her off.
I need to call her right now.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
Matt, call
didn't
Yvette
hear.
Fuller and see why she's not up.
I don't want to. I'm seeing her at a coffee shop. I'm thinking she's up. She's at a coffee
You
shop
see her at
already.
the coffee shop at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Sorry, I flew off the handle.
It's gotten to the point that Erin's so out of control. Instead of contacting Erin directly, they're messaging me, hey, here's some information. Make sure Erin gets it. And these are people who I know have your info.
Yeah, they are doing that. They are doing that.
Not trying to tell anybody what to do.
What's wrong with a 6:30 a.m. text?
A lot.
If you're sleeping, it's not going to wake you up. You don't have your sounds on, because if you're a city councilman and you have your sounds on, your phone's going to blow up all night.
You don't sleep with the alert button or with the alerts or whatever it happens to be on.
There's no city councilman that could sleep with their alerts on, because the phone would go off all night and they would never sleep.
Erin, most people use their phone as their alarm. You can't turn off the sound.
I do. That's exactly what I do. My alarm comes on my phone, but I don't have any alerts on all night.
Just saying, it might pass 7-0, maybe 6-1. James Green, just to be itinerant. Mm-hmm. So the point being, what happens today at the work session? What happens tomorrow at the regular session, at the regular meeting?
I'm going to give you a prediction. Okay.
What's on the table? Well, let's start with today.
Okay.
What happens, what will be discussed today pertaining to the garbage fee? Let's start there, because there's going to be a lot of things come up.
Yeah, this is the $7 monthly fee that Councilman James Green has proposed. There's also a kind of a co-legislation with it that Councilman Nicholson's proposed, creating an enterprise fund. A lot of people are concerned, can you really create an enterprise fund if the fund doesn't fully cover the cost of what it's paying for?
Can you create a fund for a fund that doesn't exist?
How can you have a reserve when you're already in the red?
Yeah, the fund would never have a reserve fund in it, which is required.
Cart before the horse.
A little bit of a mess with that regard. There could always be amendments to bump this up higher, to bump it lower. There could be amendments to delay it, but as I've talked to most council members who have told me they're not ready to vote yes until they know where every penny of the money is going.
What does that mean?
The $7 a month will bring in about $5 million, and they want to know how it's being spent. Are you going to put $3 million into the sanitation? I mean, the pay raise would cost $400,000 for the sanitation workers.
Proposed sanitation worker pay raise, the raise proposed by Mayor Perkins. Let's give everybody some background. Right now, it costs about, $8.5 million a year. Mm-hmm. That comes out of the general fund.
Right.
I.e., there's no specifically allocated fund to run the sanitation department.
Yes.
So if there were a specified fund of $7 a month, it would be $5 million a year?
About $5 million a year.
Which means you freed up $5 million out of the general fund. You're still going to have to take $3.5 million. So the question is to the mayor, what exactly? And this is what this is maybe the hang up with a lot of city council people. You're going to have $5 million freed up.
Sure.
We want to know down to the penny where that money's going to go.
Right.
And I think it was Ms. Fuller that told us, Levette that told us, as of now, they have not received any sort of breakdown.
No.
Do you think that's, I'm going to phrase it this way on purpose. Do you think that's on purpose, that the mayor hasn't told them what he wants to do, or because they just don't know how much they're going to have?
Well, that if I'm the mayor, I'm going to say, I don't know where the money's going until I know how much you're going to approve. once I know how much you're going to approve, then
But
I'll
the point
show
is-
you.
The point is, if we assume for the moment there's going to be $5 million freed up, let's assume the $7 passes. And you're going to have $5 million now freed up, extra, so to speak, in the general fund. And you know that the raise that you want for the sanitation workers is only $400,000. Let's not jack it up just for the sake of story that it's $500,000. You've got $4.5 million now freed up.
Right.
What are you going to do with it?
It needs to go in the reserve. And
that's what the city council people want to know.
Right, exactly.
And is there a way to, in much the same way that an enterprise fund specifies, allocates money only for one specific purpose?
Sure.
Can you do that with that $4.5 million saying no? It's got to go into the reserve fund and can be used only for those purposes.
Right. I don't know how they're going to do that.
And
What's
how big
going to
a
be
fight
done?
is there going to be over that extra money?
I expect you'll see some sanitation workers at today's meeting. They will be trotted in to push for a raise and push for a fee. I would anticipate you'll
Work
see a lot of
session
them.
starts today.
3 o'clock today.
And
and
the meeting tomorrow.
3 o'clock, yeah.
1017 FM, 710 Keel. Your money now just ahead. Here's Ruben.
Looks like I-20 eastbound's got it clear all the way to Monroe right now, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on 3132 eastbound near I-49. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
.117 FM, 710 Keel Sports Update. Here's Fletch.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. 10th-ranked Arkansas took the rubber game of the weekend series against Louisiana Tech. The Hogs scored 4 runs in the second inning and 6 runs in the 8th in the 11-0 shutout. Arkansas starter Cody Scroggins fanned 11 and 6 innings of work. Tech batters struck out 16 times and collected just 3 hits in the game. A bright spot for the Bulldogs, Bird alum Jonathan Fincher pitched the final inning in 2/3 and struck out 3, giving up just 1 hit. Northwestern State dropped Game 3 of their opening series in Southland Conference play, 6-2 at Abilene Christian. The Wildcats plated 3 runs in the first and 8th innings to take the series 2-1. Caleb Ricka homered in the second straight game for NSU. Shreveport's Sam Burns shot a final round 72 and finished tied for 54th in the Arnold Palmer Invitational. The Calvary alum picked up a little over $21,000 for his 54th place finish. Francesco Molinari shot an 8-under par 64 to zoom to the top of the leaderboard and collected a little over $1.6 million for the win. And Shreveport's David Toms finished tied for 15th at the Hogue Classic on the Champions Tour, collecting a little over $25,000 for his work weekend. Kirk Triplett won the event in a playoff over Woody Austin. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
.107 FM, 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty, two great jokes I saw this weekend.
Okay.
Oh boy, this scares me. Where's the
just a couple of Facebook memes. Thanks to daylight savings time.
Daylight saving time.
It says savings on here. I don't care.
Yeah.
Thanks to DST. Thanks to daylight saving time. She just killed a joke.
Sorry. Joke
No,
killer.
it's joke killer. What do we call?
Let's just end the segment. Aaron ruined it. We'll try it again in an hour.
You know, you're probably right. No, I can't. No, Aaron, joke killer McCarty, jump in right before the punch. Thanks to daylight saving time, I had sex for 1 hour and 2 minutes last night.
Oh, wow.
I liked that one. Here's the other one.
Relatable.
Breaking news. The FBI also has Coach O on wiretaps. Luckily, they couldn't understand anything he said.
I do like that one.
6:56, here's Rush on Keel.
New York liberals are in a full-blown panic over a new rule being considered by the Trump administration. According to this new rule, people cannot become legal permanent residents in America if they rely on government welfare. Legal residents must be able to sustain themselves. Left thinks that's outrageous. Actually, the law's been on the books for over 100 years. The Trump administration is just planning to enforce it. But according to the New York Times, this could hurt 1 million people living in New York City. Now let that sink in. 1 million immigrants in New York City are dependent on some form of welfare. Those government benefits include direct cash payment, food stamps, housing subsidies, transit subsidies, low-income tax credits, and more. New York liberals are livid. They say enforcing the law would humiliate immigrants and hurt their children. Governor Cuomo threatening to sue. Well, how about the taxpayers stuck paying for people who would never be here if our laws were enforced in the first place? There's zero concern for them. Did you hear about Lena Dunham celebrates her hysterectomy with nude photos? This is just stupid. All of this is just stupid. Tax season might be an identity thief's favorite time of year, folks, and that's because there's a chance that your personal information could be exposed with all the tax paperwork going back and forth online. A cyber criminal only needs your name, your date of birth, and your social security number to get a tax refund in your name. They do that by filing before you do. And it's a good thing there's LifeLock. LifeLock uses proprietary technology to see threats to your identity that you could miss if you're just looking at your credit score. If there's an identity theft issue, LifeLock's dedicated restoration team members will work to fix it. Now, of course, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions in all businesses, but LifeLock helps protect your identity during tax season and beyond. Sign up right now, get 10% off your first year. It's lifelock.com, or you can call them 800-440-4833. Make sure you use my name as the promo code when you sign up. You get 10% off.
1017 FM, 710 Keel. Keel app, a free download from Office Furniture Source. Traffic update. Here's Ruben.
Dealing with some slow-moving traffic on North Market near North Hearn Avenue right now, and we have some traffic delays on Airline Drive just north of Shed Road in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
Breaking news and trending talk. KEEL, 710 AM and K269GO, 1017 FM, Shreveport.
Just after 7 o'clock, Robert and Erin, 101.7 FM and 710 Keel down yonder. Miss Erin, local news in a second or two. What's up?
An apartment fire displaces 19 people. We'll talk more about that. It was a tornado in Spring Hill, and we have to do a little more talking about the garbage fee.
Yeah, and there's a couple other mayor-related things sort of on the periphery, some new and... That's right, some new, and a couple of things not so new.
And I had a Looney Tune moment this weekend. I went crazy again. I'm just telling you.
We'll talk about that Wednesday.
I'll have to tell you about the list I made.
Fletcher and sports, traffic, and weather, it's all coming up this hour right here on Keel.
The Keel Morning Report, now on 101.7 FM and 710 Keel.
More than 50 firefighters spent last night battling a blaze at the Cornerstone Apartments in Shreveport on Southfield next to Albertsons. The two-alarm fire started at the complex around 8:30. The fire damaged at least 8 apartments. 19 residents were displaced. Luckily, no one was hurt. The National Weather Service confirms an EF1 tornado touched down in Spring Hill over the weekend. Line of strong storms Saturday led to the twister. According to reports, many homes were damaged in the Spring Hill area due to the tornado, but luckily no serious injuries are being reported. You can see video of that tornado at keelnews.com. The City Council set to vote on the garbage fee. Matt Parker with the latest.
The Shreveport City Council is expected to vote on a $7 a month trash pickup fee tomorrow. The $7 fee, significantly less than the mayor's originally proposed $18 fee, was introduced by Councilman James Green. Many on the council feel the extra funds are needed, however, want to see how the money will be spent before voting yes. From 101.7 FM and 710 Keel, I'm Matt Parker.
4 people were wounded Sunday in a possible drive-by shooting. According to police, the shooting happened on San Jacinto in Queensboro just after 2 p.m. 3 teens and an adult suffered non-life-threatening wounds in the incident. At this time, police still searching for the shooter. Police also investigating the discovery of a body Sunday morning. Man's body found in the parking lot of an abandoned business at Knight Street and Shreveport-Barksdale Highway. At this time, foul play is not suspected. LSU basketball coach Will Wade suspended by the university in the wake of reports of an FBI wiretap. Legal analyst Tim Mesh talks about what's the worst that could happen to Wade.
The federal government could do to Mr. Wade what they did to Mr. Dawkins and indict him and prosecute him in federal court under a wire fraud theory.
Audio of Wade in conversations with recruiting handler Christian Dawkins, caught with the FBI wiretap, appear to be discussing a payment to a recruit's family. Consumers shelling out more pennies at the pump. U.S. petroleum researcher Trilby Lundberg talks about how much more we should expect to pay for gas.
It's been a 6-cent rise in the price of gasoline in the past 2 weeks. Regular grade now averages $2.50 per gallon. And over just 8 weeks, it's been a jump of 19 cents per gallon.
Locally, prices are about $2.15 a gallon. The Red Hot Chili Peppers performing at the Pyramids in Egypt, and you can watch it. The band will live stream the concert Friday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. They say it's the first ever live stream of a concert from the Pyramids. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 Keel.
101.7 FM 710 Keel. Traffic update now. Here's Ruben.
The intersection at Texas Avenue and Murphy Streets dealing with some slow-moving traffic right now. And we have some traffic delays on Barksdale Boulevard near Hamilton Road in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
.101.7 FM 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. This is a story that's been in the news for a while. National story.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been following the Ilhan Omar, the congresswoman from Minnesota, and her anti-Semitic remarks?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Where do I start with this? The thing here is, what is your feeling about that? Do you have any at all? I mean, does it concern you that there is a Muslim member of the United States Congress who repeatedly says really awful things about Jews?
Yeah, it does bother me. And
that the Democrats at the same time don't do anything to condemn her.
Right.
Zero. Nothing. They sort of dance around. The amazing thing to me, well, amazing to a lot of people, one of the most powerful Democrats there is, Bernie Sanders, presidential candidate, Senator Bernie Sanders. He actually stood up and defended her remarks. Now, Bernie is Jewish. And everybody was going, see, if Bernie Sanders, Jewish Bernie Sanders, can stand up and defend Ilhan Omar, who made anti-Semitic remarks, how bad could they have been?
Mm-hmm.
Could they have been?
Right.
The same Bernie Sanders who, when Hillary Clinton stole the primary from him, never stood up and said a word.
Right.
I mean, Bernie Sanders literally had Democratic presidential primaries stolen from him.
Mm-hmm.
Donna Brazile, who is a big Clintonista, who was running her campaign, came out and admitted that in a book. Yeah, we kind of fixed the deal. Me and what's her name, the Florida Congresswoman with the three names, I can't think of it right now, and Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Yeah.
And Hillary, we cooked it against Bernie, and he never said a thing. So why would he say anything now? But here's the most interesting. This was the remark I found the most interesting. There's a black congressman from Georgia, and is it John Clyburn? Look that up for me. Clyburn. I think James Clyburn. James Clyburn is a congressman from Georgia, African-American guy. And he was talking about the anti-Semitic statements made by Representative Omar. And he said, this was really amazing to me. What he said was that her pain, she's in a lot of pain. You have to understand she's in a lot of pain.
Right.
And he explained how she's a refugee from Somalia. And
20 years ago.
Yeah, and she was, well, here's the point. She's a refugee from Somalia, was in a Kenyan refugee camp for 2 or maybe 4 years. The point being, there weren't any Jewish people put her there. It wasn't Jews who put her in the refugee camp. And as a matter of fact, it was Somali warlords fighting each other that ended. That's not the point. Here's what Clyburn said. He said that because she is in a lot of pain, and that her pain is her pain, whereas Holocaust survivors' relatives are the ones who are offended by her remarks, i.e., you were not a Holocaust survivor. Your pain is not as great as hers. That's basically what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to thinking about that, and basically what he's saying is he's telling Jews to get over the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Now, wait a second. Let's
move on. Yeah.
No, okay. I want you to extrapolate to the point where I already am. A black congressman is telling Jews to get over the Holocaust.
I know where you're going. I'm not saying it, though. You can say it. I'm not saying it.
Can you imagine if anybody had the audacity to tell James Clyburn to get over slavery? Can you imagine if anybody at any level of government had the
huevos
nerve set to suggest, that slavery thing, it was 175 years. What's the deal? Why are you so upset? You shouldn't be upset because
get beyond it.
That literally is what he's saying to the families of Holocaust survivors.
Right.
He's saying,
you know what I think about this whole mess?
75 years ago.
Don't we have better things to do in our government? Don't we have bigger fish to fry? Why are we wasting so much time on? I'm like, get to work and fix the problems in the country and stop this nonsense.
A, you're 100% right.
Ridiculous.
B, but when a member of Congress, look, how long have the Democrats run on Donald Trump's a racist, Donald Trump's a horrible human being,
absolutely,
based on some ill-chosen Charlottesville remarks? When this woman, look, I've got the quote right here. Hold on a second. And it goes back to her campaign. Give me just a minute. I didn't think I was going to need it here, but bear with little Bob because it's awesome. I hope I can find it, and I hope I can find it rapidly. Back in 2012, Omar tweeted, Israel has hypnotized the world. May Allah awaken the people and help them see the evil doings of Israel. Omar kept the tweet up throughout her 2018 House campaign and even after she was sworn into office. Now, when you have a member of the United States government who says things like that,
sure,
can you really make too big a deal out of it? And can you make too big a deal out of it when her political party sort of, it's not that big a deal? When a guy who's running for president, when they all just go, it's not that bad. See, I'm Jewish.
You know what? They elected her. She's not elected from our state.
She's elected from Minnesota. Okay,
if they want her, they got her.
Does that make it worse? Does that make it worse? Do you think she is going against? Do you think she's going against the zeitgeist of her constituents? Or do you think they voted for her? Remember now, that's been up for 7 years.
They voted for her.
But doesn't that...
We can't change it. You can't get her out.
But isn't that new?
So all the focus on her about this right now is such a distraction to me. It's like, fix the problems in the country.
What do you think the problems are? Let's wrap up. You tell me what the biggest problem
Immigration's
is.
a big problem. Healthcare's a big problem.
Wait. I have the list
Those
right
are the ones that matter to me. I don't care what some stupid congressman from Minnesota says. I give no rip about that. I don't agree with her. I think she's a DA. But I want her to I want the country to focus on what we need fixed. I want to stop focusing on these, he's a racist, she said this, this person's evil because they said this. Fix the problems that hit me at my home and hit Matt at his home and hit you at your home.
Do you think
focus on that, please?
Do you think Ilhan Omar or any other Democrat in the Congress in either house is for an instant going to consider anything that would stem the flow of illegal immigration into this country. The Democrats blocked a bill last week that would have specifically said that illegal immigrants can't vote in American elections.
Right.
Where do you think their stance is? They are for open borders. They are for all of the things that you say need to be fixed. They're not going to do anything about that.
At least let's focus on that. Let's work on that. And if their side wins and we don't build a wall and we keep the borders open, then let's move on to problem number 2. And let's start working on that, whatever it is. It's not all these distractions of all this other stuff that's it's just so overwhelming. I'm sick to death of it.
There's a member of Congress, there are members of Congress who are telling Holocaust survivors that they're concerned, that their fear, I mean, let's be blunt, the Jews might have a little something historically to worry about. And especially when members of government target them. So when a member of the United States Congress, a member of government in a pretty powerful position, starts to say really nasty things about them, they do have a little history on their side.
Absolutely.
And there just might be a little legitimacy for their concerns. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Yes, what you got?
Councilman James Fleury is joining us at 7:40. We're going to talk garbage.
Sports just ahead. Here's Ruben Traffic.
Dealing with some slow-moving traffic on North Market near North Hearn Avenue right now, and we have some traffic delays on Airline Drive just north of Shed Road in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
.7 FM, 710 Keel. Sports update. Here's Fletch.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. 10th-ranked Arkansas took the rubber game of the weekend series against Louisiana Tech. The Hogs scored 4 runs in the second inning and 6 runs in the 8th in the 11-0 shutout. Arkansas starter Cody Scroggins fanned 11 6 innings of work. Tech batters struck out 16 times and collected just 3 hits in the game. A bright spot for the Bulldogs, Bird alum Jonathan Fincher pitched the final inning in 2/3 and struck out 3, giving up just 1 hit. Northwestern State dropped Game 3 of their opening series in Southland Conference play, 6-2 at Abilene Christian. The Wildcats plated 3 runs in the first and 8th innings to take the series 2-1. Caleb Ricka homered in the second straight game for NSU. Shreveport's Sam Burns shot a final round 72 and finished tied for 54th in the Arnold Palmer Invitational. The Calvary alum picked up a little over $21,000 for his 54th place finish. Francesco Molinari shot an 8-under par 64 to zoom to the top of the leaderboard and collect a little over $1.6 million for the win. And Shreveport's David Toms finished tied for 15th at the Hogue Classic on the Champions Tour, collecting a little over $25,000 for his work weekend. Kirk Triplett won the event in a playoff over Woody Austin. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
I think you're right. I think just the old lady has kicked in.
Yeah, kind of got crazy.
Yeah. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Robert and Erin, just a couple of, she goes, I'm going to get called. I don't, she's got up and walked out. So, well, wait a second. No, she got up and left.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she'll be back. It's not
Maybe.
one of those. It's not one of those storm out in the middle of the show things.
Well,
it's not going to be. We're not going to end up like Sam and Dave. You know, the '60s R&B singers. Hold on, I'm coming, and all that kind of stuff. Where it got to the point where they hated each other so much. You just got up and left.
Yeah, but we're also talking about the same woman that took a day off because of daylight saving time, throwing off her schedule 3 days before it actually happened.
I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
I was recovering.
None of us feel well when you're poking and prodding and doing crazy stuff, but you don't see us calling in.
What's this list you made?
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
I'm psycho.
We know.
Powerball's up to $448 million. So I've picked out a couple of condos I'm looking at. Then I made a list of people in my life who are going to get a free week in the condo once I buy it. And the list has 26 names on it.
How much time did you...
So that's like half a year.
How much time did you...
Robert, I am so crazy.
How much time did you spend on this?
Oh, a good hour.
Is this sort of like...
Oh, it was a good 3 hours searching for the condo.
When you talk about this, like you are this morning, is it sort of, what was that movie, Heaven's for Real, or any of those other sort of out-of-body, like Patrick Swayze in Ghost, okay? Mm-hmm. Are you hovering above your body, looking down, going... You're stupid.
No.
You're an idiot.
No, I'm in it.
You're psycho.
I'm believing
You're
it.
wasting all this time.
Then, wait, the list is it's even worse than that. Because I thought, these are 26 people that I care about. And then I thought, gosh, they're going to all fight over the summer months. I'll have to figure out how to do a rotation. So they'll each get like a summer week.
How much time did you spend on this?
Couple of hours probably. So I'm actually started to create an Excel spreadsheet about when each person on this list gets their week. So that if you got a week in the spring, next year you get a week in the summer, then the year after that you get a week in the fall. And I'm rotating you so that you go through the system and you always will get a great week in the summer at some point.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the 26 weeks are mine.
I got to tell you.
But I'm thinking that would be a great gift for the people in my life that I care about.
For the love of God, don't take this the wrong way.
Take you off the list?
It's the chances of you winning the lottery are so incredibly infinitesimal.
I know this.
That this is, I got to tell you, this is the most ludicrous.
I know.
Psychotic.
I can pull up on my phone the list.
Insane.
I can show you the list.
Foolish.
I know.
Bluntly speaking,
Why do I do it?
dumbass waste of time
It's getting so much worse.
I've ever heard in my life, as long as I get 4th of July. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Traffic update. Here's Ruben.
We have reports of a minor accident on I-20 westbound blocking the right-hand lane at the Red River Bridge. And we have some traffic delays on Old Minden Road near Airline Drive in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline at 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
Of information. KEEL News now.
Lots of activity in the Shreve Island neighborhood last night. More than 50 firefighters battled a blaze at the Cornerstone Apartments on Southfield, right next to Albertsons. The 2-alarm fires started at the complex around 8:30. Fire damaged at least 8 apartments. 19 residents were displaced. Luckily, though, no one was hurt. A weekend tornado is confirmed. Matt Parker has that.
The National Weather Service has confirmed that an EF1 tornado touched down in Spring Hill over the weekend. A line of strong storms Saturday led to the twister. According to reports, many homes were damaged in the Spring Hill area due to the tornado, but luckily, no serious injuries are being reported. From 101.7 FM and 710 Keel, I'm Matt Parker.
Big vote could happen tomorrow on the garbage fee. A $7 monthly fee has been proposed by Councilman James Green. It's significantly less than what the mayor wanted, $18 a month. Many on the council feel the extra funds are needed. However, they want to see how the money will be spent before voting. Flu season may see the worst to come as Louisiana has a second round of flu on the way. Infectious disease specialist Dr. Fred Lopez says though the Bayou State handled the H1N1 strand very well this year, another flu variation is rearing its ugly head again.
Now we're starting to see the emergence of H3N2, which is the same strain that was the predominant strain last year. So we'll just have to be cautious about what happens here on out.
Lopez says Louisiana is already facing the brunt of this flu season without the help from any tourists who came to the Bayou State for Mardi Gras. 4 people wounded Sunday in a possible drive-by shooting. According to police, the shooting happened on San Jacinto Avenue just after 2 p.m. 3 teens and an adult suffered non-life-threatening wounds in that Queensboro incident. At this time, police still searching for the shooter. Police also investigating the discovery of a body Sunday morning, a man's body found in the parking lot of an abandoned business at the corner of Knight Street and Shreveport-Barksdale Highway. At this time, foul play is not suspected, and police believe the man died of natural causes. Consumers shelling out 6 more pennies at the pump. Trilby Lundberg tells us how much more we should expect to pay for gas.
Now, we may not see it if crude oil prices drop, but if crude oil prices don't drop, we will see a few more pennies at the pump, I think.
We're paying about $2.15 on average in our community. Budget documents like the one President Trump is releasing today, often seen as just a starting point of negotiations. The president's 2020 proposal boosts defense spending and will cut $2.7 trillion from other parts of the budget. And big money up for grabs Wednesday night. No Powerball winner over the weekend, so the prize climbs to $448 million. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 Keel.
1017 FM, 710 Keel, Robert and Erin, Councilman James Fleury. Garbage stuff in a couple of minutes, like about 7 or 8 minutes. So tell me about the foreigner tickets once again.
Yes, beginning a week from today, we will be sending out notifications to folks who have downloaded our app. And all you'll have to do is reply to that notification, and you will be in the drawing. We're going to give away 3 pair of tickets next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Feels like the first.
Yeah.
Is that a foreigner song?
Hot-blooded, chicken and tea.
What was that again?
Hot-blooded, chicken and tea.
No, wait. Okay.
Is that it?
The lyric is, look that up, by the way. Look up the hot-blooded lyric. I want to get it right. Okay? Hot-blooded, you've got it right. You got it in front of you?
Is that it?
I do.
Read me the lyric.
Hold on. What
No,
did you think it was first?
Hot-blooded.
No, that's not what you said. What is it?
Well, I'm hot-blooded. Check it and see.
Got a fever of 103.
Mm-hmm.
Got a fever.
No, you said hot money.
No, I did not.
No, you did.
I know the song is hot-blooded.
How's it
Come
go?
on, hot-blooded. Hot-blooded, chicken and tea. Got a fever.
My God, it's like
103.
don't need to go see the band now.
I'm right here.
It's
every day.
You're
They
trans-channeling Lou Graham.
keep paying me to show up. Foreigner's going to be at the Horseshoe River Dome in April, and we've got your tickets to win. All you need to do is between now and next Monday, download the KEEL app on your mobile device.
Yes.
And turn on the notifications, because the only way you're going to be notified about an entry time is you're going to get a notification. It's
Push
going to say,
notification.
yeah, it's going to pop up on your phone, say enter now. And you can turn those off after. If you don't like them, you can turn. But we send you cool information on them, like when we're going to have guests on, and when there's tornado stuff on. I mean, it's good to see local stuff that is urgent or breaking news. But this is just going to be a fun little contest. We're just going to test out our system and see if we're doing good. And by the way, we're going to give out tickets to Foreigner. So turn on the notifications. Be sure you have the app. And a week from today, we'll be sending out a notification, and you just click on the button, enter your info,
And as you're listening to her now, don't pay attention to all that crazy stuff she said in the last segment. It's because she wanted to send out a push notification giving away weekends at her lottery condo.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't think it is at all.
Not a good idea?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I am getting texts about people wanting to know if they're on my list. And
that is an interesting...
Yeah, 26 people. There's probably a few I need to add to the list. There's a few I deliberately left off, and I'm not going to name them, obviously, but they're not on the list.
This is, of course, in anticipation of you winning the approximately $450 million Powerball.
It's now at number 16 on the top 20 lottery jackpots of all time.
Destined to win. I don't see how anybody else can win that.
So it's mine. And I told my son last night, I said, you know what? Because he's heard me say I'm going to win. This is me. He's heard this all his life.
What?
All his life. Poor child.
This isn't a new thing?
No, it's not a new thing. And I told him, I said, you know why I know I'm going to win this time? He goes, no, why, Mom? Humoring me. I said, because no one from Louisiana has really ever won the big, big prize. So it's our turn to win the big, big prize. So now I know Wednesday night it will be me.
Well, congratulations in advance.
Yeah.
And I hate you even more. Yes, Parky?
Well, there's not too many things I pray for. Like, actually, God, please give me this. But I do pray every night that Erin wins the lottery. And it's not because I want money or a stay or vacation home.
Yeah.
I just want her out of this room so she quits butchering my favorite songs. She's already ruined Hank Williams this morning. Dear Lord.
We got to talk about that a little bit. Yes. Just 1017 FM, 710 Keel. Here's Ruben.
Keeping a close eye on a minor accident backing up traffic on I-20 westbound to the Red River Bridge. And we have some traffic delays on Barksdale Boulevard near Westgate Drive in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
1017 FM, 710 Keel, Robert and Erin. Jack Spring electric shockbuster button surprisingly unused this morning.
Clock's ticking.
But it's only a matter of time. Shreveport City Councilman James Fleury is here. Morning, Mr. James. Welcome back to Keel. How you doing today?
Good morning, sir.
Okay, today, tomorrow, pretty big days. Let's start with today. What's going to happen at the sort of planning meeting, the get-together today? What do you think is going to be discussed?
Well, I think there'll be a number of things discussed, but we're still not seeing any movement on cuts. There's been absolutely nothing talked about in cuts. And out of $500 million budget, you'd think that we could reduce that, squeeze that down just a little bit.
Is 7 city council people, are all 7 of you, because I know that Nicholson, Butcher, you, Ms. Levette have all talked about we'd like to see a little belt tightening. We'd like to see some sort of breakdown of monies coming from the mayor's office. Of the 7 of you, is there anyone who is specifically maybe this is a poorly chosen word, an ambassador for the administration, sort of an ambassador for the mayor to give you his point of view on things, pertaining specifically to why he hasn't maybe made any cuts to this point?
Well, I don't want to signal any councilman. I can't speak, but me looking on the outside looking in, when I saw Councilman Green and Councilman Bowman vote on the 5-2 vote on Councilman Nicholson's ordinance to, I call that legislation that he presented there a good government. It was just an overview. So I don't know that you could consider maybe them as the ambassador, but right now I don't know.
Mr. Fleury, Levette Fuller told us she at least wants to see where this $5 million from the $7 monthly trash fee,
should it pass,
would it go? Well, where would the money go?
Yeah.
If this is passed, have you seen any inclination of the plan yet?
Well, Aaron, I would say this: if somewhere out of snowball out of hell it did pass, which I don't think it will, but let me just say if it did, it would be, I believe, amendments put on designating exactly where that money will go. I think it will be tied up and sent into specific funds, and so it's not going to be just a blank check hand over to the mayor.
Sounds like you're a no vote today.
Oh, you better believe it. And listen, you remember George Bush said, "Read my lips, no new taxes," quote, unquote. Well, there's no way in the world I'm going to vote until we find out where we can streamline government and all of this crap that we've hired all these people and paid them salaries. Keith Hampson, but it is a good example. He won't add one day of productivity to the city government. Now, if you want to play Star Wars, get on the video, he'd probably be the guy going on my team. But we're paying all these people big salaries, and I don't see a thing in the world they're going to add to city government.
You sound you sound very frustrated today.
I do, and let me tell you, this is not the way this is supposed to be. The people, 64% of the people voted for hope and change for this mayor, and it has gone south. And I am so disappointed because we'll get nothing done the way we're headed.
In the beginning, when you first talked about this, you were kind of leaning like we need to look at something. We need to help sanitation workers. Right now, boy, you've changed your tune.
Well, I'm the guy that said $5 because I don't think it would hurt our people, and we would help. But when I know the money's over there, we've got. When I look at this, I heard y'all the other day talking about this blue can, $2.50. That's $1.9 million a year income, and people have been used to paying that. And so, we started out talking about how we were going to help pay the driver and the guy on the back. a raise. And so they said this. So now we say, well, we need $400,000. And so what I've said, okay, we need to fix this problem. And then if we're going to do it, we could put this, you could even do $1 if you multiply it times 66,000 and collect it for 8 months or 7 months, and you'd have your money for the raise. $1. But no, everybody's wanting to bring in the reserve issue, which we've had for I don't know how long. They want to. Then here comes the police department, the fire department, and the city marshal. They all want raises. And we gave, Ollie Tyler's administration, we absorbed all of the increase on health care. And people are forgetting that, even though I know people want to look in their hands and see how much money they get. But that's worth something. That's a value that we absorbed all of the increase to their premiums. And that's not even mentioned. And we did give a 5%.
Mr. James, you had mentioned, okay, we started at 18. In your mind, that was way too high.
Oh,
Right now, you're saying that Mr. Green's $7 a month fee is in your mind off the table. You said, I like the $5 fee. Would you be willing to vote for a $5 fee before you see any kind of cuts from the mayor?
No, I'm not. Look, read my lips. I'm not for any taxes until we cut something or are convinced that in other words, if we could freeze on hiring. You remember the Tyler administration, that's how they did the raises. They didn't fill those positions and use that money to give a pay raise. And so, I mean, we can't go down there at the city and pick and choose winners, who gets raises and who don't, because we got everybody on board working. And how would you like to be working somewhere in the water department or somewhere in the street department and don't get a raise and everybody else gets one? It's just creating a division. And so I'm not for doing anything on taxpayers until I know that we've made all the cuts that we can.
Care to speculate on how the rest of the room is going to go? I mean, there's 6 more of you. What do you think?
I can only speculate. I see it failing tomorrow. I don't see it passing right now.
Message to the mayor real quickly, if you had to give one to him real quickly today.
Go to Dale Carnegie. Get a refresher course.
Councilman James Fleury, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Your money now, just a couple of seconds away. Brought to us by Barksdale Federal Credit Union. Traffic update. Ruben's here.
We have reports of a minor accident on I-20 westbound blocking the right-hand lane at the Red River Bridge. And we have some traffic delays on Old Minden Road near Airline Drive in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline at 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
The KEEL app is the best way to listen to our station. The KEEL app is brought to you by Office Furniture Source. Download the app today. Listen each day to 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL, or on the KEEL app. KEEL.
know. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Sports Update. Here's Fletch.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. 10th-ranked Arkansas took the rubber game of the weekend series against Louisiana Tech. The Hogs scored 4 runs in the second inning and 6 runs in the eighth in the 11-0 shutout. Arkansas starter Cody Scroggins fanned 11 and 6 innings of work. Tech batters struck out 16 times and collected just 3 hits in the game. A bright spot for the Bulldogs, Bird alum Jonathan Fincher pitched the final inning and 2/3 and struck out 3, giving up just 1 hit. Northwestern State dropped Game 3 of their opening series in Southland Conference play, 6-2 at Abilene Christian. The Wildcats plated 3 runs in the first and 8th innings to take the series 2-1. Caleb Ricka homered in the second straight game for NSU. Shreveport's Sam Burns shot a final round 72 and finished tied for 54th in the Arnold Palmer Invitational. The Calvary alum picked up a little over $21,000 for his 54th place finish. Francesco Molinari shot an 8-under par 64 to zoom to the top of the leaderboard and collected a little over $1.6 million for the win. And Shreveport's David Toms finished tied for 15th at the Hogue Classic on the Champions Tour, collecting a little over $25,000 for his work weekend. Kirk Triplett won the event in a playoff over Woody Austin. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
.107 FM, 710 Keel. Robert and Erin, councilwoman Lavette Fuller joins us a little past 8 o'clock.
You think she feels this strongly?
I don't know. Going to find out.
We sure will.
James Unleashed. Flurry Unleashed.
No doubt. Wow. Go to Dale Carnegie.
So will you just does the degree of corruption of the LSU basketball program, A, does it bother you? B, do you think LSU basketball is any more corrupt to get players than anybody else?
Not any more corrupt.
Shreveport Security Systems text line, 318-392-1884. I mentioned that because I had said just probably about everybody has to cheat. I said probably Duke, North Carolina, and Kansas.
Maybe not.
Don't have to cheat. The guy sent me I assume it was a fellow. He said, grow up, Pollyanna. Even Duke cheats. And I heard a thing on that this weekend, and it was basically everybody at least cuts a few corners. The bigger you are, the less chance that you'll get your knuckles wrapped because they can't afford to lose you. Can the NCAA is Mike Krzyzewski at Duke? Is he really too big to fail? Is Roy Williams at North Carolina? Is he too big to fail? Are those two the two big powerhouses? The two most famous coaches, along with maybe Bill Self at Kansas. If are those 3 schools, but more specifically Duke and UNC, are they too big to fail? Are those 2 coaches, are they too powerful? Would it be like pulling the bottom brick out from under the pyramid of college basketball? And is LSU just like you're just a little fish,
right?
And we don't really care, so you're getting hit.
Oh boy. I don't know.
So you didn't answer the question. Think about it. We'll talk about it past 8
Yeah.
o'clock. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Here's Sean Hannity.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Now, if lying to Congress is such a big deal, Michael Cohn, then I've got to believe that this is now going to be a big deal. Now, Bruce Orr testified to the House that Steele was being simultaneously paid by both the FBI and Fusion GPS, and Steele was working for the Russian oligarch Deripaska, who was using Steele to get the FBI to go after Manafort, an old enemy. So we got that little nugget there. Now, here's what else we're now seeing happening. So now we have this to compare, this new testimony to compare. Now we've learned today that Michael Cohn met with Schiff staff for over 10 hours before his House Oversight Committee hearing.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Smoking is not about politics. It's about people. There are 34 million Americans that smoke. For me, Juul was a game changer because you switch to Juul. It's simple, it's satisfying, and no more smell. I watch people all the time. They run outside in the freezing cold, can be grabbing their cigarette. Well, with Juul, you'll take a quick puff and you're good. That's it. Now, Juul is designed with smokers in mind. From its form to technology, it's easy to use, no buttons, no switches. And the goal of Juul is to impact the lives of adult smokers by providing a satisfying alternative. Switch to Juul. You'll wish you had done it a long time ago. To discover the smoking alternative that is nothing like any e-cig vape you have ever tried, go to this website, Juul.com/Switch America. That's Juul.com/Switch America. Warning, this product contains nicotine, and nicotine is an addictive chemical. Juul.com/Switch America.
Keeping a close eye on a minor accident backing up traffic on I-20 westbound in the Red River Bridge. And we have some traffic delays on Barksdale Boulevard near Westgate Drive in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Weather Channel forecast kind of cloudy and rainy today. It's 50 now. Temps dropping through the day. It's not going to get any better, but warmer by the end of the week. Right now, 51 degrees at Keel, 8 o'clock, Fox News Now.
Breaking news and trending talk. This is 101.7 FM and 710 Keel. KEEL, Shreveport.
Just past 8 o'clock, Robert and Erin, 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. Erin, local news in a second or two. What you got, kid?
Fire at a local apartment complex. We'll tell you more about that. A shooting in the Queensboro neighborhood. And what's going to happen with the garbage fee this week?
Erin's thinking about LSU basketball. She's trying to decide whether she cares. Totally serious. Do I really care about this? Is it just business as usual and it's sleazy, but it's just basketball and it's only LSU basketball?
March Madness is when I start caring.
So, we heard James Fleury, Councilman Fleury, last hour.
Who?
Read my lips. Probably, definitely a no on the $7 deal.
Oh, yeah.
Lavette Fuller, she's here in about 10 minutes. See what she has to say about that same garbage fee topic. Fletcher in sports, traffic, and weather all this hour coming up on KEEL.
Report now on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
An apartment fire displaces 19 people. Matt Parker has that.
More than 50 firefighters spent Sunday night battling a blaze at the Cornerstone Apartments in Shreveport. The two-alarm fire started at the complex around 8:30. According to officials, the fire damaged at least 8 apartments. 19 residents were displaced due to the blaze, but luckily no one was injured in the incident. From 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
4 people wounded Sunday in a possible drive-by shooting. According to police, the shooting happened on San Jacinto in the Queensboro neighborhood just after 2 p.m. 3 teens and an adult suffered non-life-threatening wounds in the incident. At this time, police still searching for the shooter. The National Weather Service confirms that an EF1 tornado touched down in the Spring Hill area over the weekend. A line of storms Saturday led to the twister. According to reports, many homes were damaged in the Spring Hill area due to the tornado. Luckily, no serious injuries were reported. The Shreveport Council expected to vote on a $7 a month trash fee tomorrow. The $7 fee, significantly less than the mayor's originally proposed $18 fee, was introduced by Councilman James Green. Many on the council feel the extra funds are needed, however, want to see how the money will be spent before voting yes. LSU head basketball coach Will Wade suspended in the wake of reports of an FBI wiretap involving his activities in a college basketball corruption scandal. But legal analyst Tim Mesh says Wade may see ramifications from the feds if things get much worse for the coach, but there are questions that need to be answered.
The government is going to have to argue somebody is the victim. Is it Mr. Smart? Is it the LSU program? Are they victims or did they benefit as a result of this activity?
Mesh doesn't foresee LSU being on the receiving end of legal ramifications from the feds in this situation. Shreveport police investigating the discovery of a body Sunday morning. According to reports, a man's body was found in the parking lot of an abandoned business at the corner of Knight Street and Shreveport-Barksdale Highway. At this time, foul play is not suspected, and police believe the man died of natural causes. You're shelling out 6 more pennies at the pump. Researcher Trilby Lundberg tells us which states have the highest and the lowest gas prices.
The lowest average in our sample of cities is St. Louis, Missouri, with $2.13 for regular, and the high is San Francisco with $3.39. In between, here's a few: Houston, $2.17, Atlanta, $2.48, Chicago has an average $2.76, and Seattle, $3.08.
Here locally, we're paying in the range of $2.15 per gallon. The world mourns the loss of 157 people killed in the crash of an Ethiopian Airlines plane. The airline has grounded all of its Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft as a safety precaution. Looks like J-Lo is becoming J-Rod. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez posted the same Instagram photo announcing their engagement. The photo shows their hands with a massive emerald-cut diamond on hers. Lopez just put hearts with her photo, while Rodriguez titled his, "She Said Yes." I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
.101.7 FM, 710 KEEL, Monday. Morning traffic, here's Ruben.
Still keeping a close eye on some heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound due to a major accident near Hamilton Road. It's backed up past Airline Drive right now. And we have some heavy backed up traffic on East Texas Street near Traffic Street in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
Says the guy.
That's like a junior varsity.
Didn't used to be, and that's the sad part. 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. KEEL app is a free download from Office Furniture Source. How that behooves you to download, well, you know what I mean. It behooves you to download the app. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, yeah.
Lavette Fuller, Shreveport City Councilwoman. Big meeting today. Well, the work session today, and then maybe a vote on the $7 garbage fee tomorrow. Hey, Ms. Lavette, welcome back to KEEL. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm good. I'm still I'm kicking it at the house drinking coffee.
Good.
So what's the plan for today? What do you think you guys are going to talk about? And that, of course, okay, let your evil-sounding giggle interrupt me. What do you think's going to happen today?
That wasn't evil, but yeah, we've got a lot to talk about today. We've got some cooperative endeavor agreements that are on the agenda too, and one of them that I'm going to ask some questions about is with Crawfest, which is in my district. And it looks like they're asking for a little more assistance than they used to. And that's like a for-profit situation. So I think my good friend Matt Snyder might be a little annoyed with me today about that.
Let's talk garbage.
I know. That's what I want to talk
you
about.
know, we want to talk trash with you today. You, in our studio a week or so ago, you said you're not inclined to vote for any fee until you see how, specifically where and how the money is going to be used. Have you seen that yet?
Nope.
So I haven't. So you're a no vote tomorrow.
That's what it looks like. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. I need more information. And the other thing about it is the $7 does not cover the entire cost of the actual program. So if we're looking to offset the entire Department of Trash plus the raise, we can't do that at $7, which means we can't have an enterprise fund, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I need an enterprise fund. I need that money secured in its own fund, and that's going to have to be more expensive. So I can't vote for this. But I also don't want to create this bigger burden on the taxpayers with a fee, a mandatory fee. I don't want to do that to people when I don't know when I don't know exactly where all of this money that's going into the reserve, what that's actually for other than the bond rate.
This is
right?
not, pardon me, Miss Levette, this is not, I'm not hearing a lot of optimism from you and your coffee in your kitchen this morning.
Oh, I'm optimistic. I mean, I've got a lot of, I believe that we can do better. You know, that's where my optimism
Okay, that's a generalization. Pardon me. What do you mean by do better?
Yeah, does that mean more tax on me?
What's the amount? And I know that we're asking you this first, so you're kind of out there on the limb by yourself. But Mr. James Fleury last hour said, "I want to see cuts." You say, "I want to see."
I do want to see cuts. I want to see cuts. I want to see what we can do at every department to run a little bit leaner and to prove that we're being really responsible. I want to see what's going on with different contracts that we have out with other, with different lawyers and stuff, where we've got these different cases. We've got a lot of money going out to cover things. I'm wondering how much of that stuff really needs to be outsourced and how much of it can be done in-house, and if it's creating any other burdens. Now, I'm going to disagree with my colleague, James Fleury, about the tech position. I do think that that's going to add value to our city, and it's going to help us in several different departments where there's overlap with what Keith is going to do. And Keith is understaffed, and he's planning on running kind of lean. So I don't think that the cost of his salary is something that's actually burdening us right now.
But as far as the garbage fee goes, pardon me, it's 5 or 6 or 7. At the end of the day, you don't think that's necessarily too much. You just want to see there's got to be other stuff first. Is that unfair?
I think that's fair. I think we've got to do other stuff first, but I also think that the $7 is it may not be as big of a burden as the $18 on people, Robert, but here's the deal. I'm going to go back to this. We cannot create the enterprise fund at $7.
Walk me through that problem. Why can't you create the enterprise fund, i.e.
An enterprise fund needs to pay for itself. The money going in needs to cover all the expenses.
Oh, okay. So
and it has to have a reserve as well, right?
So
and then that way that money is going just to trash, and then we've got the money that's in the reserve is still in the reserve.
Pardon me, just so I understand and everybody understands, what you're telling me is to create the enterprise fund, the fee would have to be at least $8.5 million because that's the current cost of running the sanitation department. Do I understand that correctly?
You're picking up what I'm putting down. Yes.
I'm pretty sharp when I can smell your coffee.
Levette.
Yes, ma'am.
Brother.
I'm a sanitation worker. I've been hearing you're going to help me. Sayonara, I'm going across the river. Sayonara, I'm going to DeSoto Parish. Bye-bye, Miss Levette. You're doing nothing for me. What are you answering?
That's not true.
What are you saying to those folks?
I'm not saying that I don't want them to get a raise, and this is the thing, we're not just talking about giving raises to one department right now because they're squeaking wheels. We're talking about the market driving them to other areas where they can get a better salary. And we do need to be competitive on the pay in order to keep them in Shreveport. But we can do that for $400,000.
Can you find that $400,000 somewhere else without adding another fee on my butt?
That's the thing that I'm not sure about, and I want to work that out. And the problem I'm having right now is reconciling the recycling issue.
What do you mean by that? How so?
We don't want to put more into our landfill. We do have people that want us to be environmental. I am personally someone that wants to be environmentally conscious. However, our current relationship with Pratt and with
Republic,
thank you, not enough coffee yet. With Republic means that we're spending $250 per household for recycling that we're not getting a really big return on investment out of. I would be inclined to do this, and I think this is like the thing that would make me happiest. If we were able to halt recycling, take that $250 that we're already collecting, and put that towards the raises for our solid waste workers.
this is obviously something you've discussed with other city council people, I would assume. Are you sort
I've
of a...
talked to, and everybody goes quiet on me. They all kind of look at me funny. So I'm not sure where we are with that yet.
So you're kind
I
of
actually suggested that a couple of weeks ago, that we ought to do that and look at the recycling and see if it's working.
Yeah, you feel like you're kind of a lone ranger on that one at this point, or do you think you can sell it?
I feel like, and this is me being way more candid than I ought to be on the radio right now. I don't want to do something drastic and quick that hurts our relationship with Republic or with Pratt. That's one thing. I don't want to create a bigger burden on our landfill without an assessment. And all of a sudden, we're all talking about plastics right now, and we haven't done enough on the free market side to show a demand for less single-use disposable plastic. Like, that's something that we have to do as citizens, not through a government mandate. But at some point, we need to be talking about that because we are trashy. We're creating more on the landfill, and that stuff's not going away. And now I sound like a hippie.
I asked Mr. Flurry at the end of our conversation if he had a message for Mayor Perkins, and he said Dale Carnegie classes. Do you have a message for the mayor today?
My dad had that book when I was little, and I was like, what is this? And, Dale Carnegie's cool because he started, we have the Carnegie libraries and, all over the country and stuff. I'm not really at a point where I feel like I need to tell the mayor anything. He's a grown man. He's going to make his decisions, and we're all going to walk. We're going to all do our best to walk with grace and make good decisions. He going to do what he got to do, and we're going to do what we got to do.
Ooh, sounds a little frustrated today, don't you?
I'm just, I wouldn't say frustrated yet. I just, I want to see us, do what we were mandated to do. We have a responsibility to the community to be good stewards of the money. And a lot of stuff's happened over the last week that's kind of making me, have funny faces. So, the people that tune in on Facebook to watch my face, they're going to be in for a treat tomorrow. I'm sure my face is going to be all over the place.
Oh, boy. Lavette Fuller, Shreveport City Councilwoman, thanks for your time.
Thank you, ma'am, very much.
Goldfish,
great talking to you as always.
Oh, don't forget the goldfish. You bet.
Yeah, 101.7 FM, 710 Keel Sports just ahead. Here's Ruben.
Tough getting from Bossier into Shreveport right now. A major accident on I-20 westbound near Hamilton Road has things backed up past Airline Drive right now. And we have some heavy backed up traffic on East Texas Street near Traffic Street in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
710 Keel Sports Update from Tim.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. 10th-ranked Arkansas took the rubber game of the weekend series against Louisiana Tech. The Hogs scored 4 runs in the second inning and 6 runs in the 8th in the 11-0 shutout. Arkansas starter Cody Scroggins fanned 11 and 6 innings of work. Tech batters struck out 16 times and collected just 3 hits in the game. A bright spot for the Bulldogs, Bird alum Jonathan Fincher pitched the final inning in 2/3 and struck out 3, giving up just 1 hit. Northwestern State dropped Game 3 of their opening series in Southland Conference play, 6-2 at Abilene Christian. The Wildcats plated 3 runs in the first and 8th innings to take the series 2-1. Caleb Ricka homered in the second straight game for NSU. Shreveport's Sam Burns shot a final round 72 and finished tied for 54th in the Arnold Palmer Invitational. The Calvary alum picked up a little over $21,000 for his 54th place finish. Francesco Molinari shot an 8-under par 64 to zoom to the top of the leaderboard and collected a little over $1.6 million for the win. And Shreveport's David Toms finished tied for 15th at the Hogue Classic on the Champions Tour, collecting a little over $25,000 for his work weekend. Kirk Triplett won the event in a playoff over Woody Austin. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
.107 FM, 710 Keel, Robert and Erin. So you got a letter, an email from the governor?
I did. Well, no, from the governor's people.
So was it Thursday? It had to be Thursday.
I'm trying to think.
Paul Pratt from Gateway Development Consortium.
Yeah.
They're the ones sort of spearheading the latest Cross Bayou deal. 10 years, $1 billion, greatest idea of all time. And he said, Mr. Paul said that we have the full backing of the governor, something like that.
Governor's on board, yeah.
He said, we've been to the White House. I said, you talked to Trump? Well, not exactly. But then he said, we have the full backing of the governor.
Yeah, well, I called Thursday, and you heard the call, to the guy who is in charge of all state buildings. You know, he knows about, where we're building, what we're doing. And he and I had a long conversation about the need for a new state office building in Shreveport. He said, absolutely, there's a need. The maintenance costs there at the building on Fairfield and Jordan are, astronomical, and the building is in, very poor repair. But
you think they do one of those dynamite implosion things?
They might,
I would love to see that.
They might.
Never seen one of those in person.
They might do that.
Back to you.
But he said, we simply don't have anything budgeted for a new building at the moment. It is an interesting concept, and we've talked about it, and it has been discussed.
Let me back up.
But we don't have the money in any budget account for it now.
What motivated this call to the state guy from Erin was the cornerstone of the Cross Bayou plan is the municipal building, the state, to move the state workers from the corner of Fairfield and Jordan, all of those and some others down to Cross Bayou and what would be the new building.
Well, the city court thing came up with Mr. Pratt last week, which was the first I heard of that.
Yeah.
So all district and city
if you
courts
go
would
back,
be there.
He said he hadn't talked to them about that.
Yeah.
We'd like to have you. Well, okay.
But they haven't,
So
yeah.
the state guy.
State guy said, great idea. We'd love to do it.
just
We
don't
don't
have
have
any
the money.
Yeah.
Right. So when Mr. Pratt mentioned he's got the governor's backing or the governor's on board or whatever, however he phrased it, I said, let me call the governor and see exactly where the governor stands on this.
Yeah, let's get a quote from the governor's office.
So I sent that to his people who sent me back, and I'm quoting now. Hi, Erin. The only thing the governor has said about this project is that it is intriguing.
So when Mr. Paul said, I think, do you have the quote in front of you? We have the governor's strongest support. We have
something like that. I don't have his. I don't have his in front of me.
Basically, what he implied was, yes, Mac?
The governor's on board.
Okay.
The governor thinks it's intriguing. Well, the governor thinks a new Jimmy Davis Bridge is intriguing. The governor thinks a new Mississippi River Bridge in Baton Rouge is intriguing.
Let me wrap it up this way. Let me wrap up the segment this way. Do you see a disparity? Do you see a gap between?
Oh, come on.
He's on board, and
Come
it's
on.
intriguing. You see
I see a tunnel, a massive tunnel
a
with
canyon,
a huge
a
toll.
chasm, a
Yes,
big pothole to say
it's
the
the
least.
Lincoln Tunnel right there.
1017 FM, 710 Keel, traffic update right now. By the way, Erin has local news in a second or two. Here's Ruben.
Still keeping a close eye on some heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound due to a major accident near Hamilton Road. It's backed up past Airline Drive right now. And we have some heavy backed up traffic on East Texas Street near Traffic Street in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
Of information. KEEL News now.
Lots of activity in the Shreve Island neighborhood last night. More than 50 firefighters battled a blaze at the Cornerstone Apartments on Southfield, right next to Albertsons. The two alarm fires started at the complex around 8:30. Fire damaged at least 8 apartments. 19 residents were displaced. Luckily, though, no one was hurt. A weekend tornado is confirmed. Matt Parker has that.
The National Weather Service has confirmed that an EF1 tornado touched down in Spring Hill over the weekend. A line of strong storms Saturday led to the twister. According to reports, many homes were damaged in the Spring Hill area due to the tornado, but luckily, no serious injuries are being reported. From 1017 FM and 710 Keel, I'm Matt Parker.
Big vote could happen tomorrow on the garbage fee. A $7 monthly fee has been proposed by Councilman James Green. It's significantly less than what the mayor wanted, $18 a month. Many on the council feel the extra funds are needed. However, they want to see how the money will be spent before voting. Flu season may see the worst to come as Louisiana has a second round of flu on the way. Infectious disease specialist Dr. Fred Lopez says though the Bayou State handled the H1N1 strand very well this year, another flu variation is rearing its ugly head again.
Now we're starting to see the emergence of H3N2, which is the same strain that was the predominant strain last year. So we'll just have to be cautious about what happens here on out.
Lopez says Louisiana is already facing the brunt of this flu season without the help from any tourists who came to the Bayou State for Mardi Gras. 4 people wounded Sunday in a possible drive-by shooting. According to police, the shooting happened on San Jacinto Avenue just after 2 p.m. 3 teens and an adult suffered non-life-threatening wounds in that Queensboro incident. At this time, police still searching for the shooter. Police also investigating the discovery of a body Sunday morning, a man's body found in the parking lot of an abandoned business at the corner of Knight Street and Shreveport-Barksdale Highway. At this time, foul play is not suspected, and police believe the man died of natural causes. Consumers shelling out 6 more pennies at the pump. Jilby Lundberg tells us how much more we should expect to pay for gas.
Now, we may not see it if crude oil prices drop, but if crude oil prices don't drop, we will see a few more pennies at the pump, I think.
We're paying about $2.15 on average in our community. Budget documents like the one President Trump is releasing today, often seen as just a starting point of negotiations. The president's 2020 proposal boosts defense spending and will cut $2.7 trillion from other parts of the budget. And big money up for grabs Wednesday night. No Powerball winner over the weekend, so the prize climbs to $448 million. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
.107 FM, 710 KEEL, Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. I mentioned this on Friday. We need, because you're always the one in charge of posts and polls and surveys on the KEEL website at keelnews.com.
Mm-hmm.
And although you could help, yeah, we could figure out the phrasing, the exact phrasing, the wording. On Thursday night, I emceed the Red River Revel art auction.
Okay.
At the Sky Club at Independence Stadium. And I like the 6th or 7th straight year, but that's not the point. And I was talking to some people. And as do you, when I'm talking to folks who listen, one of the things I always ask is, how do you listen? What is the source? Do you listen via terrestrial, AM, FM? Do you listen on the stream? Do you listen on whatever the delivery system happens to be? So I met a fella there that night, and I said, "So how do you listen? You okay down there?"
I'll be all right.
Last act of Camille, Doc Holliday, line 2. Good Lord. So the point being, I said, "Well, how do you listen?" When he gets up at his house, he first listens on the phone on the KEEL app.
Okay.
When he gets in the car, he alternates depending on, because he's in the road, he's a salesman or something. The point being, wherever in the area in the Arklatex he is, he will alternate between KEEL AM at 710 and FM at 101.7, depending on the reception quality. So, throughout his listening day, and he is, I referred to him, I said on Friday, this guy is a P1, what in the business is called P1, first preference listener, our target demographic, just about a late 30s, right at 40-year-old guy, give or take. And he listens every kind of way you can imagine. There is not one specific way.
Right. A lot of people do.
And I just found that most interesting to determine, we can go into all the analytics from the ratings and everything else and our own to see who's listening and how long. But I was just fascinated by that. And you know what he said else? He said later in the day when he listens to Rush and Hannity, he said he prefers to listen to Rush. Specifically, he mentioned Rush. He said, I really like listening to Rush. How do you think he likes to listen to Rush the most? Take a wild stab.
Probably on the AM.
Why?
The boominess.
That's exactly.
It's boomy, yeah.
Yes, that's exactly.
The AM signals. If you're in town, it's boomy.
He said, I like to listen. Here's his wording. I like to listen to Rush on 710 AM because it sounds like radio.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
It's a boomy signal. I mean, we're
101.7
strong.
FM, 710 Keel. LSU basketball, does it even matter? Does it even really matter?
Yes.
Does it really?
Yes.
You're going to explain to me why.
Okay.
It's a secondary sport. Nobody cares. Traffic update. Here's Ruben.
Tough getting from Bossier into Shreveport right now. A major accident on I-20 westbound near Hamilton Road has things backed up past Airline Drive right now. And we have some heavy backed up traffic on East Texas Street near Traffic Street in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
.101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. Keel app, a free download from Office Furniture Source. Best joke of the weekend. Meme on Facebook. Breaking news. The FBI also has Coach O on wiretaps. Luckily, they couldn't understand a word he said.
That's so right.
Okay, so I said going into the break, it's basketball at LSU. It's basketball does it in the scheme of things.
90% of our listeners could give a rip about it. They don't care. They don't care about it. They don't give it. They think it's cheating and every school's cheating.
Just to bring you up to speed if you don't know. LSU coach Will Wade, basketball coach, one of the best young up-and-coming coaches in the country.
Oh, has had a great year with the team.
And they won the SEC. They did that, but he was suspended indefinitely because he turned up on wiretaps talking to a guy named, what is it, Christian? What's
Dawkins.
Christian Dawkins, not Darius Christian. Christian, I'm awesome with names, especially at the bar. So Wade is talking to this guy who basically is a player pimp. He is a pimp for high school basketball players. He does shady things. What he was described numerous times as would-be agent. He sort of positions himself as An advisor to the family.
And he was sentenced to jail for 6 months
For
for arranging payments to the families.
An advisor to the family of high school basketball players. And basically he tells the coaches around the country, here's what mom wants. Here's what dad wants. Here's what player A, B, or C wants. Going to need a car, going to need $150,000, going to need whatever it happens to be.
Mama needs new shoes.
Whatever it happens to be. So Will Wade, LSU basketball coach, is caught in these FBI wiretaps with this guy Dawkins. And Wade, is expressing frustration over a player that turned out to be LSU star Javonte Smart, who also, by the way, he's been sat down until this situation clears up. And Wade is expressing frustration at how long it's taken to get this deal done. How much do these people want? How much does mom want? I'm getting tired of all this. I'm getting frustrated, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So when we talked with Roy Lang from the Times on Friday about this deal, both Roy and Matt and I were saying, do you think he makes it through the end of the season? Do you think he's the coach at the beginning of next season? Do you think LSU's going to put this on the back burner and sort of delay? He didn't make it to the end of the day.
No, he didn't.
Could have played Roy Lang again, but no. Will Wade didn't make it to the end of the day. Now, for the people who are circling the Will Wade wagons, everybody does it. Everybody in college basketball cheats.
Where's the NCAA on this? He's obviously violated NCAA rules, too.
Well, that's coming up next. Remember now, he didn't turn up on an NCAA wiretap. They can't wiretap people.
Right.
Will Wade ended up being wiretapped by accident. Now,
because they were wiretapping Dawkins.
Yeah.
Right. And they caught Wade in the
he's collateral damage at
Yeah.
this point. But you ask yourself at this point, does everybody in college basketball cheat? And I had made the point earlier, I would speculate practically everybody has to get a little shady, if you will, except for maybe Krzyzewski at Duke and Roy Williams at North Carolina and maybe a couple of other schools. And I took hits on the Shreveport Security Systems text line. Said, you're just being Pollyanna. Even Duke cheats. You think Zion Williamson is there for free? Even Carolina cuts corners. You know, back in the 60s, even John Wooden at UCLA during their dynasty, what was it, 9 championships in 11 years, whatever it happened to be, they had boosters or a specific booster who was greasing the skids, as the phrase goes. So let me ask you this. Does this to you as a graduate of LSU, but more specifically as an LSU fan, do you give a damn? Do you
Not
care?
really, no.
Why not? If your
It
university...
doesn't bother me because it's so common practice now.
Oh, well, that makes it okay.
No, it doesn't make it okay.
Do you feel let down by your alma mater?
No. Should it be a death sentence for Will Wade? Should he never coach again? No.
Should, unless you fire him. He's indefinitely suspended.
I think he probably will get fired, and I don't think I'd have a problem
Erin,
with that.
Everybody's doing it.
Everybody's doing it, I know. But, everybody's smoking weed, so we just let them do it.
Well, see, there's the perfect example. Yes.
Everybody's robbing banks. Do we just let them do it?
Let me try this with you. Everybody's coming across the border illegal. Do we just let them do it? Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody in so many facets of American life today is just looking the other way. Do you, an LSU fan to whom this really, in the scheme of things, doesn't matter a damn, do you get rid of Wade? Is he gone rather than just suspended?
I'm not saying you should, but I think they will fire him. I think he'll land another job. And he'll continue doing the same things. He'll maybe just be a little more careful next time. I don't know.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink to you at the end of the day really doesn't matter as long as your team goes 21-4.
I don't have a huge issue with it. It's been going on for so long. I mean, you have to be stupid if you don't know these kids are getting something. I mean, what did we see Leonard Fournette driving a Range Rover or something one time during his LSU days? How did Leonard Fournette pay for that?
Darius Geis.
Was it Darius Geis? Okay.
If we're going to badmouth the guy, let's make sure it's the right guy.
Yeah, let's get the right guy. But, I mean, things like that happen all the time. And in football, in basketball.
So are you calling for more enforcement or less? Or is this sort of laissez-faire attitude until something hits you right between the eyes like this Will Wade corruption?
Mm-hmm.
Are you just willing to look the other way and say that's just how it goes?
I don't know. I'm like you. Pay the guys. Pay these college kids to play. Let's stop all this nonsense.
Let's clarify.
Everybody else is making millions off their back. Let them make
Let's
it.
clarify. I don't think the schools should pay players. I think boosters should be able to pay players whoever and however much those players want.
Right.
The free market, and you know what? At the end of the day, that free market, the big winners, the big schools wouldn't change that much. We got time for traffic? No, I'll just kick right into Weather Channel forecast. Is it still raining? I just looked outside. I didn't notice. Still a little drizzle, though. Cloudy and rainy today. And temps dropping into the upper 40s. It was 55 when we started. It's 49 right now. 8:50. Here comes Your Money Now.
You're listening to American Ground Radio's Morning Minute.
The Shreveport City Council is considering issuing $100 million of water and sewer bonds at their meeting tomorrow, and apparently the mayor's administration has already figured out which local lawyers will collect the fees as the official city bond attorneys.
And the question is, did these attorneys' names get included in the resolution as a result of a competitive bidding process or an RFP otherwise? Were other local attorneys invited to compete? And how much are these attorneys charging? Or is it just more about who you know?
The very first thing the mayor did when he came to office was get upset about insurance agents who had not gone through a request for proposal in 20 years. And here he is doing the same thing, giving free contracts to local attorneys who happen to be his friends.
American Ground Radio, where building a better America begins with building a better us. Return each weeknight from 6 to 7 p.m. with Louis R. Avalone and Stephen Parr on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL and streaming live at KEELnews.com.
101.7 FM, 710 Keel, Robert and Erin. Okay, so you need to download the Keel app if you have not. Why? What can I win?
You're going to be able to win foreigner tickets. A week from today, we're going to be giving them out only to those who've downloaded the app and turned on the notifications. It's all going to be self-explanatory.
Okay, so,
explanatory. Is that a word? Explanatory?
Absolutely. So you download the Keel app, you click on the little thing to get the push notifications.
Yeah.
And then next week, what happens?
I'm going to send you a notification telling you it's time to enter, and you'll get all the secret info at that
Bunch
point.
of winners for foreigners going to be where and when? What's that?
Horseshoe Riverdome, April 12th, and they have some monster hits. You want me to sing some of them?
I was just. It's.
My headphones are off. Hot-blooded, check it and see. You want more?
Huh?
Feels like the third time.
Back tomorrow morning, 6 till 9. Robert and Erin. One of the cornerstones of any good broadcaster is end the show on a high note.
For a girl like you.
Maybe we will tomorrow.
That was a high note.
Here comes Kim Commando on Keel.
Do you remember the greatly hyped end-of-the-world non-event called Y2K? Of course, when the sun came up on January 1st, 2000, nothing happened. But now, a few tech writers are trying to revive the silly Y2K hysteria. Kim Commando with your Monday Consumer Tech Update, brought to you by SimpliSafe, the most innovative and comprehensive wireless protection for your home. Order yours at simplysafekim.com. The global positioning system is used not only for navigation, but precise timekeeping on computer networks and tracking more things than you can imagine. But on April 6th, a very few very old GPS receivers, ones that have never gotten any software updates, could stop working. Already a few ill-informed tech writers have pushed the panic button. Some say they're not going to fly, fearing aircraft will literally fall out of the sky. The truth is, aircraft GPS systems use what's called navigation solutions, meaning April 6th will be a non-event. I'm Kim Commando. As a business owner, I rely on Dell Small Business Technology Advisors. Now, you and I both know there's nothing small about our businesses. Our reputation is always on the line, and that's where the Dell Small Business Technology Advisors come in. Reliable Dell PCs with Intel Core processors are rock solid. That means you can focus on getting business done. Call 877-BUY-DELL. That's 1-877-BUY-DELL.
Think about it. How did you sleep last night? Hi, I'm Scott Tannen, founder of Boll & Branch, where your sleep is all we think about. That's why we make the softest, most comfortable sheets in the world, the only sheets loved by 3 U.S. presidents. We want you to love Boll & Branch, so we give you a 30-day risk-free trial. And right now, you'll get $50 off your first set of sheets, plus free shipping at bollandbranch.com with promo code KIM. That's BOLL and branch.com, promo code KIM.
The KEEL app is brought to you by Office Furniture Source. Download the app today. KEEL.
Still keeping a close eye on some heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound due to a major accident near Hamilton Road. It's backed up past Airline Drive right now. And we have some heavy backed up traffic on East Texas Street near Traffic Street in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Unsettled weather here for the start of the business week. Cloudy and cooler today with scattered showers and storms. Highs near 60. Showers and storms ending this evening. Cloudy overnight 53. Mostly cloudy Tuesday. Slight chance of showers tomorrow, mid-60s. Showers and storms Wednesday. Some could possibly be strong to severe. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
Breaking news and trending talk. This is 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. KEEL, Shreveport.